It's always fun to walk through the gardens and see what's new and what's blooming. So these next few beds we're going to take a walk through, they're actually the last 4 years of new perennial introductions from Walter's Gardens. Some of these are proven winter varieties. Some of these are just the Walter's generic varieties. But I wanted to show you what is putting on this show of color in July. Some of these are varieties I may have never talked about. Some of these will be ones maybe that are familiar with you. But one thing I promise you is you're going to see some new introductions that can't be beat. So let's go ahead and take a walk through these 4 gardens here and just really point out what's blooming right now. First bed we're going to walk through is the new introductions for 2026 and 2027. Now this is just a snapshot in time. This is July, and this is what's blooming in July. So here we have a hemerocallis called Rule of Plum. It's a smaller flower form, really deep, dark burgundy, almost with some like black undertones in it. A shorter variety, usually you'll see the smaller flowers, it's also shorter varieties. But just, I don't know, this really is a pretty cool looking daylily flower. All right, next on the list is going to be some allium. So these are a little bit shorter allium. They're just starting to open. These are all the buzz, which are part of the Proven Winter collection. So we're going to see if we can get a flower here that's open. Just starting to. Allium, all the buzz, is a little bit more, like looking at them, they look a little bit more pinker than maybe Serendipity or Millennium. Maybe just a little bit smaller habit, a little bit smaller flower form as well. But all the buzz is something that definitely is going to create a buzz, I'm sure, in 2027. What about Bleeding Heart? Bleeding Heart for full sun. This is Dicentra Pixie Hearts, a full sun loving bleeding heart that blooms all summer long. Nice silvery blue foliage, a very light pink color. Look at all those clusters of all those blooms. This is a hardworking perennial because any plant that can bloom nearly all summer long, that goes into my hardworking perennial category. And Pixie Hearts is definitely one of those long bloomers. Here's another allium. This is a white blooming allium. So a lot of times when you think of alliums, you're thinking of the purple blooms. This one here is called Needlepoint. Needlepoint has nice, large white blooms. Obviously, it blooms a little earlier than all the buzz that we just saw that was not quite open yet. But if you're looking to add a different color allium in, check out Needlepoint. Here's hemerocallis. This is Poppin' Pink. Another smaller flower form, kind of a salmony pink coloration. Now these plants in this garden, these are all just planted like in the last year. So they're not really yet full mature specimens. So the size of the plants, you're gonna have to kind of take a little bit with a grain of salt because as they continue to age, they're gonna get bigger. Heliopsis Sunny Disposition. This is a nice big yellow multi-petaled Heliopsis. Bright ray of sunshine here in the garden. In the background there is lavender. This is the Summer Serenade, which is a part of the Proven Winter collection. A little bit maybe more compact than what the Sweet Romance is. Cute little plant there. Tradescanthia Web Designer. Look at all those buds. This plant's got a lot of blooms, but look at all those buds. This is another long blooming perennial in the garden. Dicentra Rubies and Diamonds. This is a Proven Winter introduction. Let me move some of the foliage out of the way here. Nice dark red with kind of that bluish silverish foliage. And my personal favorite is this Heliopsis. Look at that. Forged in Fire. This is a very impressive show of color. Big flowers, really large habit, nice mounding habit to it, and really standing out, just spectacular in this 26-27 new introductions garden bed. And the new introductions for 25 and 26, let's take a look what we got blooming here. We've got a beautiful Dicentra Passion Hearts, a little bit more blue, kind of that medium pink. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell what the difference is between some of the varieties. I know there's like slight changes, but sometimes you just don't know what they are. But this is a nice long blooming Dicentra all summer long in the full sun. Daylily, this is Bright Note. This was an earlier blooming daylily with just teeny tiny little yellow flowers. Treasure Trove Rebecca, just starting to bloom. Such a great plant, nice like kind of native plant, and I think a very iconic looking flower in flower beds. Here's a really pretty daylily. This is called Don't Lose Heart. Great coloration. Another deep dark one with that really big center there. You can see it's got a lot of blooms on it, a lot of spent blooms as well. Athena Gold, Heliopsis. Nice, bright, vibrant blooms. Wineberry Delight Sedum, more dark foliage there. And then the yucca, this is the Dragon's Lair yucca. Look at how big, oh, the flowers are done blooming now, but look how big they are. They were over 5 foot tall when those flowers were flowering, and it was a really beautiful white flower on it. Just getting ready to bloom is Crocosmia Peach Melba. There's little buds on there yet. They're not open yet, but we're gonna see if we can find one that's got a little flower. Look at that, oh. That's going to be a fun whimsy plant once all those little flower spikes open up and just kind of blow here in the breeze. Echinacea Raspberry Ripple. Nice big double bloom. And you'll notice you can get kind of two different colorations kind of going on that plant. Knockem Red. Coneflower. I think that's going to wrap up this tour of this garden. This is the 24-25 garden. And one thing you're noticing in here is a lot of Alstroemeria off in the distance. We're gonna go check those out. But before we do, I wanna show you these giant alliums. These are about 3 foot tall, and these blooms are about 3 inches across. This is the allium bobblehead. Look at those gorgeous blooms. And the pollinators are just buzzing all over them today. So if you're looking for a little taller allium, you gotta go with bobblehead. Delospermum blooming. Typically this is an earlier bloomer, so this is all a rebloom you're seeing. When it's in bloom early in the summer, it's just a massive mat of color, and that's the Delospermum Neon Flame. Alstroemeria, I believe this one is called Summer Breeze. Just look at that massive color, and these are long, long, long blooming. A great cut flower that lasts up to 2 weeks when you bring it in. That's Baptisia there, Golden Anniversary. It's a spring bloomer, but look at the foliage. Even this time of year, really stands in the garden. More Alstroemeria, Summer Heat. Nice dark, dark red. Massive color here going on. Here's a really pretty daylily, and it's funny, I've walked past this one many times over the years, and it's really never caught my eye. This is part of the Proven Winner collection. This is called Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. Look at that beautiful bloom. I love how it's got that little yellow edge on it. A lot of different colors going on. A lot of blooms. New introductions of 23 and 24. So here we have the Chartreuse on the Loose Nepeta. It's not blooming right now, but at least it's got that foliage. Sedum Midnight Velvet. Nice dark foliage. Let's keep moving on because there's a lot of more color as we continue to make our way. Just opening up is a Phlox Fancy Girl. Kind of a lighter pink colored phlox. In the background, we've got some hibiscus. We're going to check out the name of those as we make our way. Here is a daylily called The Band Played On. It's got to be deadheaded, but look at that. That's a pretty nice deep dark bloom. That's really dark bloom. Here's Pineapple Lily. I love these plants. Nice dark foliage. Beautiful little flower spikes in the center. This is the Princess Bride. These are some nice mature plants. Look how thick and full they are. Really fantastic. Artemisia Silver Lining. And you can see that gorgeous silver foliage. We've talked about this when we do our tours of our Proven Winners bed. Tall Phlox. That is vibrant. You can't go wrong with tall phlox in the garden. I mean, look at that just impressive show of color. This here is a Prismic Pink. That is stunning. Got the hardy hibiscus. This is the All Eyes on Me. Big dinner plate blooms, a nice soft pink with a beautiful magenta center there. Fairly compact. That variety is only about 3 or 3.5 foot tall. A little bit darker foliage, definitely more vibrant blooms. This is a hibiscus Watermelon Ruffles. And I feel like Watermelon Ruffles is definitely one that you can picture from far off. And the reason why is because it's got such a ruffly flower. Look at the edges on that. So much ruffles. This is definitely a top selling hibiscus at Garden Crossings. And we have a lot of hibiscus available right now if you're looking to add some of these gorgeous dinner plate blooms into your garden. Allium pincushion, a little bit smaller flower, a little bit lighter flower color. Another tall phlox. This has got a little bit deeper color, deeper purple pink, just starting to bloom. So that's one thing you'll notice is that even these tall phlox, they have various different times when they bloom. Prismatic pink in the distance is fully in bloom. And this is the Phlox Dream Girl, which is just starting to put on its summer color. Another hibiscus. Let's get in here. I think this one is called Marshmallow Moon. Crisp, clear white flower with a green foliage. Yarrow or Achillea is another name for it. This is the Firefly Fuchsia. Nice bright fuchsia blooms, and as those blooms fade, they lighten up a little bit. So you're getting some contrast of color going on this plant with various shades of pink. Here's another great one. I think this is a proven winner introduction. I'm gonna have to pop the name up because I'm not seeing the name here in the garden. It's probably buried under all this foliage. But I love that. It's kind of salmon with a magenta eye. Really beautiful. Agastache are a very long blooming pollinator loving plant. The hummingbirds like this too. This is Agastache Pink Pie. Really light lavender pink blooms. But before they even open up, they're a little kiss of like orange going on. That's kind of different and unique. Wow, vibrant. This is Pink Lightning. Pink Lightning differs from Prismatic Pink. I'm going to get Prismatic Pink in the background there. Prismatic Pink is a lot brighter of a pink, where Pink Lightning has got a little bit of the corally orange undertones going on. Nice tall phlox. It's very clean looking. Cookies and Cream hibiscus, really dark foliage with just a little flower starting here. Nice crisp, clean white bloom. No pink in the center, which is what really stands out. But that nice dark foliage, the name Cookies and Cream. Think of it as an Oreo cookie. I'm glad you were able to take a walk with me through the garden today and take a peek at some of the new plant varieties over the last 4 years. This is such a great space to be able to do it in with all these beds just lined right up one next to another. And hopefully there was something new or inspiring that you may want to add to your garden. If so, you can head to our website, gardencrossings.com, and we can ship these directly to your door. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'm always loving to read the questions and the comments that you have as we're doing these videos. If you're new to our channel, I welcome you to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.